Okay, it is. What day is it? It's Wednesday.
It's Wednesday.
It's Wednesday, December 6th. Kyle and I may have the worst backlight we've ever had in an episode today, but we're talking about electric expanding. The Fiat 500 is back, and AI alliances.
There you go.
Got a couple AI alliances going on. That's going to be the story of the next.
I'm most excited
years.
about the second story. I hope we don't hang on it too much.
Yeah, right. Just want to remind you, your Extravaganza coming in on December 20th. We are in Houston today.
Yeah, we are.
We're meeting with some really great dealers from all across the country, so we'll tell you more about that at some point. But on Wednesday, December 20th, we're going to have another third annual year in Extravaganza.
Bring everyone together, put them around the Christmas tree. We'll tell some stories about automotive. We need a Christmas tree.
I think we will have a Christmas tree for sure. But we got to get into some news because we have a day of work going. You have a day of work going. So 2 major OEMs are partnering to expand their charging networks across the U.S. GM is partnering with EVgo, Pilot, the gas company, and Ford will partner with Ecel Energy to provide a total of, get this, over 30,000 charging stations
by the year 2030.
Oh, was it a 2030 thing?
There's a lot that has to do with the next year. So yeah, there's more. So GM is planning on the installation of 25 locations and 100 chargers before the end of this year. And then another 200 25 locations. Yeah. Okay. So 225 locations.
They're running out of time
with Pilot and EVgo over the next a little over a year. Well, 25 locations this year. They're going to be fine. They've already opened 12.
Oh, okay.
They'll be good. They are going to co-brand them as Pilot Flying J and Ultium Charge 360, which is GM's project. So it's a joint venture at this point. So it's cool to see like a gas company partnering with a legacy OEM to get chargers.
Yeah, I feel like we've been hearing drips of this like for the last year. Yep. And now we're starting to see chargers going. So I'm personally going to love seeing Ford logos or GM Ultium logos around as people are charging.
Well, the cool
they already see Tesla logos everywhere.
Well, exactly. That was the fun part of the article. They were like, it's going to be cool because you're going to see these like Tesla chargers, and then up pops a GM charger right next to it.
Yes, let's get everybody confused, but you got to be in the fight.
Yeah, exactly.
So you got to be in the fight. So that's good. I was going to say, speaking of being in the fight, but it has nothing to do. This is the opposite of the type of thing that makes you want to fight. Fiat, fans of small Italian vehicles will rejoice. The revamped Fiat 500e is set to return the U.S. in early 2024. This thing is tiny.
It's about this
cute.
Big.
I don't know if you have a picture of it. It does look like that. So the tiny vehicle, 149-mile range. It's a 2-door, but a 4-seater. And so it's a significant increase in range from the 84 miles. Now it's 149. It has a 42-kilowatt lithium-ion battery. And has all kinds of safety features too. Lane changing assist, like the little cars are the ones that usually don't have stuff that. Right. It still weighs 3,000 pounds.
Goodness.
How
do they do that? Fit that thing in there.
It's the battery.
The battery, that's what it is.
And it welcomes, get this, it welcomes drivers, it says, with a digital tone that, according to the company, sets the tone for an immersive Italian experience.
I just can't wait for the TikTok video that's like, here's the little sound that you get. Have you seen the sound?
I
haven't seen it.
I haven't.
I'm trying to imagine it.
My mind went 100 different places. Like somebody goes, ciao, bento.
Yeah,
right? It was like, like right. Is it old school Italian?
It's old school.
Godfather Italian?
Or maybe it's,
right? Like, it's a little mandolin when you get in.
Right. Or it's like classical Italian, and all of a sudden it's like,
there's so many options. So many options. So here's a great quote. So we'll talk about how you can buy it. Great quote from CEO Oliver Francois. The 2024 500e is a modern tech-forward take on the beloved classic. Try not to smile when you drive this car. I think
that's fun right there.
It is. I'm smiling already saying it, but I feel like the size of the car, I probably would be smiling for long.
Yeah, you'd be like, like all of a sudden you're white-knuckled for sure.
So you can buy the car from the digital, what's it called? The Fiat store?
Fiat Live store.
So this is an online way that you can just order it, have it delivered. Don't have to go to a dealership, which is kind of fine. Because again, the Fiat showrooms are where everyone stores their end of year boxes.
Their boxes and their used cars.
And they put their used cars in the Fiat showroom. So good call on that one. You can interact with a Fiat Genius and buy a little tiny car.
Tiny car.
It's a great car for a city driver.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, speaking of geniuses,
Segue.
There it is. He got it. In a significant move for the AI industry, Meta and IBM have joined forces to form the AI Alliance, a collective effort to promote open source AI development. The initiative includes over 50 major partners, including companies like NASA, Intel, and Yale University. Their big desire is to benchmark AI creation, build a catalog of vetted tools that have been vetted by this group, and then advocate use among developers specifically. So how do we get developers using some of these open source things, and then also contribute to policy making and regulation when it comes to safe AI development? The quote here from Nick Clegg, the president of Global Affairs for Meta, said in a note about making sure that all of this AI stuff is open source. He said, "We believe it's better when AI is developed openly. More people can access the benefits, build innovative products, and work on safety."
Well, I think we all agree with whenever it's developed openly, we're all a little safer.
Yep.
But also innovation goes faster. When you look at things like Ruby on Rails or anything that a company has put forth or got together with people and said, hey, let's work on this together.
Yep.
It always is better. It's always faster. It's always more versatile. Safer.
We'll see. Yeah, I mean that's a big part of this is like how do we make sure that it's safe? But
not everyone can have access to stuff.
I love that the desire here is to make sure that developers specifically are equipped with the tools to develop more quickly. Yeah. And I think that what's going to happen is you're going to see these deep levels of integrations because this alliance is going to be pursuing how do we work together better, not just in the regulatory effort here, but actually in the development of new technology.
Well, you're saying that, and you can overlay pretty much everything you just said onto the automotive industry.
Just like that.
And we're seeing a great move of dealers, tech partners working together, sharing information.
I'm seeing it at a rate that I've never seen.
Well, this is going to be the era.
Yeah.
This 2 to 5 year period is going to be the era we're always going to look back to and like, oh, that's where we finally started to get it right and get together. So there you go. Well, thank you for getting together with us. We have a big day in front of us. You have a big day in front of you. Whatever you're doing, just make sure.
We got a big sunshine back here.
We do have big sunshine. We got big light behind us. I feel like it's very picturesque at this point. Just cut to the A-cam. We will see you tomorrow.